This is Real News Media TV, coverage you can trust. Please like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates. Curfew imposed in violence-plagued Gregory Park. The Jamaica Constabulary Force has advised that a curfew has been imposed in sections of the violence-plagued community of Gregory Park in Portmore, St. Catherine. The curfew began at 6 p.m. on Saturday, December 18, and will remain in effect until 6 p.m. on Monday, December 20. The boundaries of the curfew are as follows. North along Dyke Road about 1,759 meters from the roundabout to the intersection of Portmore Villa Boulevard and the Dyke Road. East along Dyke Road about 695 meters from the intersection of Portmore Villa Boulevard to the train line. South along the train line from the intersection of Dyke Road to the intersection of the Municipal Boulevard about 2,080 meters. West along the Municipal Boulevard about 1,322 meters from the intersection of the train line to the roundabout. The police are advising that during the hours of the curfew, all persons within the boundaries of the curfew are required to remain within their premises unless otherwise authorized in writing by the ground commander. Grange announces $90 million in support for entertainment sector. The Minister of Culture, Gender, Entertainment and Sport, Olivia Grange, has announced a $90 million special support package for members of the entertainment, culture and creative industries. The new $90 million package is double the $40 million package that was originally announced. Minister Grange said the latest allocation follows on small grants that were issued earlier this year, as the Ministry of Finance has given the go-ahead for a larger allocation of funds to cover a more substantial payout. She explained that while her ministry was able to make small payouts earlier, it was unable to access the $40 million that was allocated by the Finance Ministry. She said an additional $50 million has been allocated for a total of $90 million. Grange said her ministry was accepting applications for grants of $60,000 per individual. Whatever your skills are, as long as you're a practitioner in the industry, you can benefit. If you're an actor, a singer, a songwriter, we're talking about the stage hands, engineers, selectors, sound system operators, owners of sound systems, and the people in film. So it's a variety. Once you meet the criteria, you will benefit, Grange said in a statement from her ministry. There are three main criteria that the beneficiaries must satisfy in order to receive a grant. They must be registered on the ministry's e-registry. Those who are not on the e-registry can register on the ministry's website at www.mcges.gov.jm. Additionally, the beneficiary must be a member of an established industry organization such as the Jamaica Reggae Industry Association or the Jamaica Film and Television Association, and must either have an account with a Jamaican bank or an NCB prepaid MasterCard to facilitate payment of the grant. I think that the entertainment, culture and creative industries sector was probably impacted more than any other sector, and so it was necessary for us to see what we can do. Even now, as the restrictions are eased, entertainment events are still restricted, Grange noted. She is encouraging members of the sectors to go to the ministry's website and click on ECCI COVID-19 grant application to apply for the grants. It's an easy process, and it's a process that we're hoping will help persons in the sector, she said. Grange estimates that 1,000 individual grants will be awarded. Government makes it easier for Diaspora to donate to health sector. It will now be easier for Jamaicans in the diaspora to provide assistance to Jamaica's health sector following the appointment of a board for the Ministry of Health and Wellness's Health for Life and Wellness Foundation. Health and Wellness Minister Dr. Christopher Tufton said Cabinet has given the approval for the board, which will be chaired by Courtney Cephas. According to Tufton, the board will play a key role in the ministry's efforts to simplify, strengthen, and make it easier for the diaspora to assist Jamaica in the area of health care. Tufton, who was addressing members of the Diaspora Medical Mission to Jamaica at a virtual ceremony recently, argued that overseas assistance in the field of healthcare must be accommodated in a seamless manner so that even more organizations and individuals will be encouraged to participate. No one should be finding it difficult to assist. Obstacles that may be there, even though I do believe they have been improved over time, we want to be rid of them totally, he stated. The Health and Wellness Minister said there is a strategic plan that will see measures put in place that will really make it easy for their diaspora contribution, support, and indeed their involvement. He said that the measures will include establishing greater levels of communication using an electronic platform. So whether it is in shipping stuff, getting the logistics sorted out, I am hoping in the new year, as we seek to strengthen and build on what we have done, that there will be fewer challenges. Meanwhile, Tufton expressed gratitude to the United States-based Jamaicans Abroad Helping Jamaicans at Home Foundation, which has been operating in the island since October 17, providing medical services at the Savannah Lamar Public Hospital in Westmoreland. I think the collaboration these past 2 months is a demonstration of better and more to come. We are committed to working with the diaspora, and we have demonstrated that commitment as we go along, Tufton told the team. Head of JAJA, Dr. Trevor Dixon, welcomed the minister's remarks, noting that we want to do so much more to assist with healthcare on this beautiful island. Dixon, who was born in Jamaica and formed JAJA in 2007, is leading the team of approximately 70 doctors, nurses, and respiratory therapists. The volunteers have expressed that they want the government to simplify the process for giving help and support. As medical professionals, we took an oath to do no harm. We love this country and we are more than willing to do all we can, but we need the doors to be pushed open further, processes simplified and updated, so that it is easier to get the help for the people that need it most, said Dixon. This is why it is so heartening to hear the words from Dr. Tufton and the promise to make things better and more seamless for those who want to help, Dixon added. Suspect in teacher's murder charged with killing her ex. The St. Elizabeth police have now laid criminal charges against a man who is said to be the cousin of murdered infant school teacher Chanel Smith's ex-boyfriend in connection with the murder of a popular St. Elizabeth taxi operator 2 years ago. The accused man, Domain Robinson, otherwise called Domain Miles or Starboy Miles, turned himself into the police after being listed as a person of interest last Tuesday in connection with Smith's murder. Robinson was charged with murder and a conspiracy to commit murder of 41-year-old Domain Day, taxi operator also of a St. Elizabeth address. Day, with whom Smith reportedly shared a common-law relationship, was gunned down in Southfield, St. Elizabeth, about 6:15 p.m. on July 22, 2019, by two men traveling on a motorcycle. Smith was killed last Tuesday outside the gates of the Sandy Bank Infant School in Treasure Beach, St. Elizabeth. The police also revealed that they are now seeking another male for questioning in connection with her death. Investigators have not released a name but said the man is a schoolteacher and Smith's ex-boyfriend. Yesterday, the St. Elizabeth police told the news that Robinson was interviewed in the presence of his lawyer and then charged with Day's murder. The officer stated that Robinson is also a person of interest in connection with the death of the school teacher, but investigations were still ongoing. The police said that they believe the person who had ordered the hit has fled the island. JHTA supports a resumption of entertainment events. The Jamaica Hotel and Tourist Association is in support of entertainment events such as live music concerts resuming in the country. JHTA President Clifton Reeder says he believes these can be successfully staged while maintaining COVID-19 protocols. Mr. Reeder, who says parties would be problematic as they involve close contact, was responding to criticism of the government for continuing the ban on entertainment events during the Christmas season despite the negative economic impact on promoters. Mr. Reeder says live shows with one or more performers, not parties, are successfully taking place at hotels. Meanwhile, financial analyst Dennis Chung has urged the government to present a plan for for the reopening of the entertainment sector and set a timeline for this to be achieved. Court finds the persons charged with possession of identity information. 2 of 3 persons who were charged with possession of identity information were fined when they appeared in the St. Elizabeth Circuit Court on Thursday. The third individual, Rashida Banton, was freed after the prosecution offered no further evidence. The other 2 accused, Sherman Adams and Orlando Smith, pleaded guilty. Adams was fined $450,000 or 3 years imprisonment, while Smith was fined $400,000 or 3 years behind bars. Adams was arrested on May 16, 2016, during a police operation in Black River, St. Elizabeth. He was found in possession of several lead sheets containing names and personal information of persons living overseas. Smith and Banton were taken into custody on September 9, 2017, when a property they occupied was searched. Bunting concerned that new board appointment rules don't apply to some state entities. Opposition Senator Peter Bunting has voiced a concern about the new rules regarding appointment and operation of public boards not applying to some government entities. He was speaking during Friday's debate in the Senate on the public bodies management and accountability regulations. During the debate, Mr. Bunting said he was not convinced that the regulations will prevent some of the corrupt activities which have come to light at public bodies recently. He pointed out the omission of executive agencies and advisory boards from the rules in that regard. The new rules will exclude politicians such as councillors and senators from boards, stipulate how appointees are chosen, require that at least a third of the previous board be retained when new boards are appointed, and outline how boards should operate during transitions between 2 administrations.
These regulations only apply to public bodies as defined in the Public Bodies Management and Accountability Act. It does not include executive agencies. And increasingly, we see executive agencies playing a more and more important role. I hope there will soon be a similar set of regulations equivalent to these to govern those agencies that operate under the Executive Agencies Act. You know, we need to know, will similar regulations apply to the advisory boards, the customs, the NEPA, etc., PICA's board? All of these need to be brought in line, in my view.
Leader of Government Business in the Senate, Kamina Johnson-Smith, said the exclusion of politicians was not intended to cast a doubt on their integrity. The regulations were approved by the Senate, having already been passed in the House of Representatives.
The separation that's being undertaken is not intended to cast political representatives as corrupt or as any setting the base to say that their removal automatically sanitizes boards and solves all governance issues. It is a devolution that takes place and that has taken place elsewhere globally in terms of removing even the perception of conflict of interest and separating the political directorate more concretely from the operational sides of government.
Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates.